Assalamualaikum, my name is Shamina binti Shardin and today I will talk about my tutorial 2 and I need to pick two questions from this tutorial and I pick question 1 which is the question sounds what is the difference between the terms of practical completion, substantial completion, sectional completion and partial possessions? And let me explain first about practical completion, which is practical completion is when, in the opinion of the CA, the building is ready for immediate occupation even though some minor work may be outstanding. In the PWD clause 39.5, which stated the works are practically complete when it has fulfilled the following. Number 1, complete in accordance with the terms and conditions of the contract. Number 2, pass any commissioning test required in the contract document. And lastly is must be available to the government in a condition fit for occupation. And second completion is substantial completion, which means the project or a portion of the project is fit for its intended use. The owner can then occupy and use the property. The owner must also pay the contractor the last portion of the monies owed for the project or portion of the project. And the third completion is sectional completions, which is the parties agree in advance that the contract works are to be completed and handed over in sections. In PW clause 41, in different completion dates for different sections or parts, different and separate LAD and provided for each sections or part of the works. The provisions of this contract in regard to certificate of practical completions, delay and extension of time, LAD and DLP. And lastly is partial possessions, which means during the course of contract, certain parts of the works may be completed and the employer take possession of part of the works before the practical completion of the whole works. In the PWT clause 42, which is stated that the government with the consent of the contractor shall take possession of and occupy any parts or parts of the same. Insurance and performance bonds will not affect it. And this is the cases related for this practical completion, which is Nevis Samblas versus William Price 1981. This litigation was an action by the employer for breach of contract by the defendant. It argued that it was not obligated to achieve perfection by the date for completion, as the contract envisaged that defects, shrinkage, or other faults might occur during the defects liability periods, and the defects and the like therefore did not constitute breach of contract. The judge found that the defects in the drains discovered after the certificate of practical completion and had been issued undoubtedly constitute breach of the contract. The second question that I choose from this tutorial 2 is question 7. The question is, the final testing and commissioning exercise is unsuccessful in fails to meet the contract requirements. What should the SO do? Can he issue a conditional CPC? What are the contractor's obligations in this scenario? PWD clause 36.2, 36.3, 36.5 and 36.6 that stated that the contractor shall carry out the inspection and test and such further tests as the SO may reasonably require. The SO may issue the instruction to the contractor to remove from the site or rectify any work, goods which are not in accordance with this contract at his own cost. The cost of such tests shall be borne by the contractor because of the result not in accordance with the provisions of the contract. These are the case related for the question 7, which is Chen Cycles and Berhad versus Government of Malaysia. The defendant had entered into a contract with the plenty for the design, construction, completion, testing and commissioning and guarantee for a solid waste treatment plant. The contract at the contract price of 21,900 and 10,600 ringgit. The Malaysian Institute of Nuclear Technology Research was appointed by the defendant as its consultant to observe the testing and commissioning of the plant. After the plant was constructed, it underwent its first testing and commissioning in May 2003. However, the plant failed to meet the performance specification at these first testings. Subsequently, certain design modifications were made to the plant and the plant underwent a second testing and recommissioning, but the second attempt proved futile too. That's all from me. Thank you.